State lined up to kick it off and get this game going. On the return, it's Taylor. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Changing the routes with his receivers. Wants to throw one first. It's complete on the right side. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
It's really nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep them at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for me.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Makes the grab inside the 30. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. First and 10 from the 25. Fresh setter downs going to the air. That's caught. It's Akbar. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Now the Cougars are going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Here comes the offense on second down. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. They just keep firing. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Turning it on. The 50. At the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown Cougars. Took it all the way back to the house.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. He'll bring it out. It's Taylor. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Drops back on first down. Finds his target.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
That last complete incompletion left him with 2nd and 3. Let's see how aggressive they are. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Making the adjustment. Snap on first down, wants to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Snap in the shotgun. Throws for the tight end. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. Gets the back moving. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He'll try to do it himself. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary.
And, man, I absolutely love that from this quarterback. He is not a blazer. He's not going to outrun any defensive backs on the field. But I love when you take the space that a defense gives you. They want to play a certain coverage. They want to leave up all that space open. Nice job taking off, running early in the football game, setting the tone, showing the defense that you're willing to run.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
Jekyll and Hyde for this offense and for this quarterback, right? Pick 6 on the last drive. You saw on the sidelines the coaches talking to him, really trying to pick his spirits up. I don't know what they said to him, but whatever it was, it worked because this drive is looking really good here by the offense, and what a beautiful throw there by the quarterback.
Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
There's really never any doubt with this guy. The coaching staff always talks about his leadership and his mental toughness. That was a bad interception on the opening drive, but he's able to turn the page and show you his short-term memory and just come out and stay aggressive, sling it around a little bit, and this offense is able to answer with a touchdown of their own.
And how nice is it if you're a coordinator to have a guy like that you can depend on? Like, he doesn't dwell on the one mistake. He doesn't let it turn into 2. A lot of times you can see that snowball effect, man. Just a nice bounce back for him individually and for this offense to put the early turnover behind him.
Looking for space, it's Parks. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Looking for a man. It's Maddox. Finds his man. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. 3rd and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. Get to have a little fun. Go get the quarterback.
3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Making the adjustment on the play. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Unleashes one deep. And that will fall incomplete as we have played one quarter, a quarter in which they tried to wrap it up with a huge play. At the end of quarter 1, let's check out the start for both of these quarterbacks. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's 3rd down, you got to throw to the sticks here, but I like the call getting the drag. You get the catch. He advances it a little bit, doesn't quite pick it up, but now you've set up 4th and short. And you've got to think on offense, you've got to play somewhere that can go pick up this 1st down.
4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down, they're ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
The corners are walked up tight. Oh, he's got some space. The 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. All the way. Touchdown, Cougars.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's shown it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little...
Goes high to pull it in. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Quarterback changing the play. Wants to throw on first. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And I feel like that was predetermined. They told him in the huddle, man, chuck that thing down the field. Like, haven't run the ball well, haven't thrown it well. They haven't really gotten started off on the right foot in this football game. Looks like they're still searching for answers, for something that they can get some momentum going.
Second and long here. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Finds the tight end. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on third and short. Wants to throw it. Rushes on. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on fourth down. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They'll have to do a better job of protection this time after that third down sack set them back, but they'll go for it here. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Snaps on fourth down. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the fourth down decision pays off big time. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think a really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Reels it in. Oh, he got loose. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
The Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Fresh set of downs going to the air. And that one's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Long way to go on second down. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. They'll need a bunch on second down. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Back to pass on second down. Throws to the back. This time he's got his man. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Missouri!
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking for a man. It's Maddox. Finds his back in the middle.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Cougars with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. He'll have enough for the first down. They'll maintain possession. We'll see if they're happy enough just to let the clock run out. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. He's going to throw deep right side. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. On the ground with the counter. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on third and long. Right back to it. And they'll stop him short of the first down, and they've got a timeout if they want to try to get the ball back before halftime. Mizzou will use its third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. Seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Got his man on the right. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. We begin our coverage with Florida State taking on the number 3 team, the Indiana Hoosiers. And it's the Seminoles coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. Make it 2 straight victories, and though their quest for perfection is over, this team is still very much alive in the playoff picture. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Makes the grab. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. They'll run it. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. It's Maddox. And wings it incomplete.
Offenses should focus on their guys and making sure so-and-so guys get so-and-so touches. And, you know, listen, they're featuring this guy. They're going to throw it to him. He's going to be the primary target on a lot of times. I can't be reckless, but I definitely have to find my way to get that guy the ball.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. Turns it on in midfield. He's loose. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
Well, the offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive, massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way. He's now starting to prove that he's eating his guy alive in coverage, and he needs more touches.
From the red zone, it's Parks. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Touchdown, Washington State. And that one will give them the lead.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Fielded in the end zone. It's Taylor. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Missouri's offense heads out ready to go. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. He's changing the play. Drops back on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. Fresh set of downs going up top. just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And that's a nice job by the offense. Man, I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. This time, it's the running back turned wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation and really making the defense make a decision.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Zings it complete to the right. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
And, man, I want to see more of that. I want to see more of this offense being aggressive, taking shots on early downs. It doesn't have to be run, pass. Being a little bit more diverse. They've struggled today to find big plays. That's a big one there.
Wants to throw again. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well, and they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Second down, gonna throw it. Throws to the wideout. Left side is Akbar. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going for the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes, continue to feed this man the ball.
And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The give. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Keeps it on the ground. He's brought down, but he's got enough to give Wazoo a first down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. From the gun, running back on the move. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Got his man. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
And that's why it's so important to get it to your guys quickly. That's just a simple hitch route. But because the quarterback didn't hesitate, he put it on him right away. He had space to work after he made the catch. Was able to make a defender miss and set up a nice play for the offense.
He's now up to 95 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. To the back. Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the first down.
And on 2nd down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a 3rd down situation where you had to throw the football.
The Cougars kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll leave it with the lone back. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. Second and long here. Rides to the back. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle, but they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
They'll try to pick up a few here on 3rd down, but from here it would be a 60-yard attempt. Looking to throw, it's Maddox. Firing to the right, complete. At the 20, he's got space. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
The Cougars will have it 1st and 10. The give. Fighting off the defender. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The offense coughs it up. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And that is a backbreaker for the offense because you're driving right now to win this football game, but instead you turn it over, and there's enough time on the clock now for the opponent to march the field and win this game.
Wants to throw one first. They're all over it. And he gets rid of it.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Working that left side now. Gets it out to the 22 before going out of bounds, and they are suddenly out of trouble.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Wants to go up top on second down. Dumps it to the back. He's got it. He gets out of bounds. 27 seconds left. It'll be first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Fresh setter downs going to the air. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
Well, they don't connect on that throw, but you're seeing the 2-minute drill live and in full effect for this offense, something they practice each and every single week, looking for the sidelines, using the clocks, understanding the timeout situation. But these are plays they feel like they can run in their sleep to put themselves in position to kick a field goal here late.
Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Fires to the wideout. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. Scanning the field, it's Maddox. Back open in the middle. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on first down. It's 2nd and 2. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Pushes ahead. There he goes. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And here comes the field goal unit. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. The holder will mark his spot at the 34. A 44-yard attempt, almost certainly for the game. Not a chance. Missed it. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Paul. We're like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
Dropping back, it's Maddox. Throws to the tight end. Has it! Touchdown, Cougars! And they score first here in overtime. The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Hands it off. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a first down in the red zone. Missouri gets to the line quickly. They'll ride the hot hand. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He rumbles and rolls all the way to the 4-yard line before he steps out of bounds.
Man, you play the whole game. Now it's coming down to what? A couple of plays. It's in overtime. You're starting to move the ball closer to the opponent's end zone. Got to make a play. Got to protect the football. What's your go-to play after watching this whole game develop?
Running through contact. Touchdown, Tigers. They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with a point after.
First off, really impressed by how physical this guy is still running the ball this late in the game. But now it's decision time. You want to play it safe, kick the extra point, or are you feeling aggressive to go for 2 points?
And I think this is all about how you feel about your defense and how you feel about this game extending. Do I have a chance? Do I have better players? Am I more fatigued? Like, all this has to come into account because you got a chance right now with one play to win this football game.
Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Long way to go on second down. Changing the routes with his receivers. Second down to the air. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Such a nice job in pass protection. You got the corner route there to the tight end. It's going to take the big fella a little while to get to that area of the field, so you got to build a nice pocket for the quarterback to throw from. And all 5 guys up front doing their job individually, working together in tandem beautifully. That's what really allowed that play.
Touchdown, Tigers! Got it in to take the lead here in the second OT. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary and make that big play.
what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. From the gun, the running back has it. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4.
And that's a good, solid run there, Reese. And if you want to win in overtime, running the football is a good idea.
Showing that you're the more physical team in overtime can really be a breaking of their will. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Maddox. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Well, 2 things I love by the quarterback on that play. 1, his ability to flush outside the pocket and make a quick decision. No one's open and I'm taking off and running. And 2, get out of bounds. No need to take a big hit. Just save yourself, save the body. Fresh set of downs coming up. Well done.
On first down, here comes this offense. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a 2nd down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
And the Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. 2nd down, going to throw it. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
And just pressure. You got to love the ability to get to the quarterback, make him feel uncomfortable. And then the cherry on the sundae, Jesse, is getting him on the ground and forcing a long-yarded situation for your offense.
Yeah, life is chaotic for this quarterback right now, David. No doubt about it. This pocket is collapsing, and you saw it on that last play. He does not have time to set his feet, survey the field, and make an accurate throw.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Lets it fly deep downfield. And that one sails through the back of the end zone.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
This, the biggest play of the game so far. Going for it on 4th down in overtime. Defense will call a timeout. They got a peek at the formation. Want to make sure they're in the right call on this big down here in overtime. Fourth and long, and they have to pick it up to keep their chances alive. Gotta make the play on 4th. Finds him out of the backfield. They'll wrap him up, and he is stopped well short of the first down marker. What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has to love their ability to come up with big plays in big moments. How about in overtime, the individual efforts we saw, this team playing as a unit, doing enough and doing everything that was needed to get the W.
It's such an exciting game, up and down, back and forth. It's heartbreaking if you lose, but when you come through